lovely, beautiful people. So today we're going to be getting ready for New Year's. I'm going to try to get this done pretty quickly so that I can try to get it uploaded tonight. Fingers crossed. I don't know if we'll get it done, but I've already started off by prepping my skin. I also have my hair up in some rollers to try to get some volume through my hair today. But I've just pretty much done all of my skincare. I'm also going to be trying out the new Makeup by Mario foundation for you guys. I'm giving you guys a first time, just first impressions on this because everybody's been raving about it on TikTok. So I bought the little brush and I bought the foundation. I actually bought two shades because I wasn't sure which was going to be more my shade. I bought 120, which seems to be a bit dark for me right now, and then I bought 9W, so I think this one seems to be a little bit better. So we're gonna try this one out, but I'm also gonna be doing a first impressions on TikTok, so you guys are gonna have to be a part of that. So yeah, let's first get our skin prepped, and then I have to obviously get it ready on TikTok. How do I do this? Sometimes I just don't. No, I don't want that. Okay, gotta take off the beauty filter because we're trying to give them the real deal. And now I have to figure out how I'm gonna get this here because I just used, you know what? I'll be right back. First things first is always start with a base. I'm going to be starting with my e.l.f. primer. I love this stuff. This is the Power Grip primer. This is like my best friend and I love using it. So you want to make sure that this is nice and tacky. Once you start to see that tackiness, then you know it's ready to go. It's so weird like trying to watch myself on two screens because I'm like, why does this look like a nicer color, but this looks, I mean obviously this looks more clear because it's my camera, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna go for it and start with foundation. I don't normally start with foundation, but I really wanted to give you guys like a full, you know, this is what it looks like. Let's also get our eyebrows going because I think that is going to be very important for us. And I'm just using the NYX brow glue, making sure that this sticks and looks great. Try to get in here, show you guys. I like to just basically comb it up and then I start to bring it over. And then once I kind of have what I'm looking for, I'll then go across and shape it. So this will probably need to be done a little bit better off camera, but this is pretty much the gist of it. So I go up with our hairs to make sure that everything is nice and coated and really just kind of pull that stuff up. And then you're just gonna take, okay, first of all, you're gonna take this and start to go sideways now. And then I really just take it and boop, start to soften it up, not soften it, but straighten it out a little bit. And I'm trying to do all this on like my phone camera, so let me just check that really quick. Okay, that took way longer than it needed to, but I needed to get these like somewhat put down, and they're, I don't know, they're bothering me right now. But you know what, we're just gonna leave it alone because as I go to touch more of it, look at me, oh my god. Okay, we're gonna try to leave my brows alone because I feel like the more I keep messing with them, the more I'm gonna hate them. So let me just fix this little thing I messed up, and then we're just gonna leave them alone. First impressions time, let's go. Right, here we are. So I'm gonna just kind of start by, ooh, hopefully that's not too much. Maybe I should have put it on the back of my hand. I don't know, I feel like everyone did this so different. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna just kind of put this on the back of my hand so that it can kind of warm up. And then we're just gonna take the little brush that it comes with and we're just going to put it on our skin. And I haven't done any kind of like under concealing or contouring or anything. I'm just doing the foundation right now. You guys, this is looking so freaking nice. I'm trying to take a little bit more. I kind of put like a lot on that side, so I might have to like fix it up and put a lot on this side. But as of right now, this is looking really freaking nice. Like, look at that. Oh my god. All right, let me put it all over. I'm not gonna do anything but put more foundation on like all around, and then I'll come back to show you guys what it looks like Okay, so that was for my TikTok people. You guys are gonna see all the goodness. Oh, did you hear that? I don't know how I feel about that. Sounded like the brush was breaking or something. Okay, so I will say I do think that this color could still be like slightly too light for me, but I'm just gonna kind of go with it and see how we end up here. And then don't forget to put a little bit on your ears, because I feel like my ears can sometimes get really red. I wish I would have brought a makeup wipe. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit more on this side just because I put a lot on the other side. So let's just kind of, I guess, stipple this in. I was seeing all kinds of different things. People were like stippling and then just kind of like brushing. And I'm trying to be very light-handed because sometimes I can be really like heavy-handed with it. But let's just drag this down the nose. And then we need to get our forehead, which I don't really have much left. So I'm just gonna plop a tiny bit here. That may even be too much, which is why I'm gonna just kind of bounce it. I learned this on TikTok as well, where this chick was like, bounce your brush in the foundation so that it's coated and you're not just kind of like plopping it with like the heaviest amount wherever you first place your brush down. So that's a good little rule to live by, and I will do it. Okay, I do feel like this is like a tad bit too brown for me, but you guys can't really tell in my camera for some reason, but on my TikTok camera it looks a little bit different. But I don't know, we'll just keep blending away and see where that gets us. And I am going to just kind of put some on my eyelids just so that we have like an even base to work with when I start to put on the rest of my stuff. And I'm really trying to focus it like just all over the skin. Okay, and then we're just gonna kind of buff, but you can see there's just like a really pretty glow with this, which I really like. I think it looks super nice. I'm trying to see what it looks like in person, but I just have too much light going on here. But I mean, so far I think it looks really nice. It doesn't look cakey, which is something I definitely like. But yeah, let me clean off my hands so I don't get this everywhere. So I'm going to start this video just like all up in the camera so you guys can see. I think this actually looks so pretty. I think it could be just like a tad bit too dark because I don't know if you guys can see the difference in color here. Let me see if I can just kind of like buff whatever's left on the brush in here just so it doesn't look too different. But I mean, for the most part, I think it's like a really pretty finish. I just think like right now, because it's wintertime, I may need like a shade lighter, but I'm gonna kind of just do the rest of my makeup and see how it looks, and then that will really be the determining factor. But as of right now, like I just think it looks really pretty on the skin. It's super lightweight, which is nice. A lot of people were saying it smelled like paint. I don't really smell anything. It doesn't smell too bad and it doesn't feel too cakey, which is really nice. So I like that. It almost feels like I don't really have anything on, like just on my skin, but like if I touch it I can tell there's stuff. But like on my skin, you know how sometimes when you wear foundation you can really feel like the thickness of it? So that's really nice. And it did cover up like my redness that I had right here in my eyes, which is nice. And then I had a pimple right here, which you can still kind of see, but again, like I think this is very buildable, so I feel like you could obviously build up the foundation and get the look that you want. But I'm going to finish my TikTok and then we will get into this whole beautiful get ready with me. All right, so let's get started here with my concealer. I've really been liking this Yensa Super Serum Silk Concealer, and I'm just gonna use, oh, that's a lot, that's too much. It's okay, we're just gonna take some of this and blend it over here. So I'm just gonna do that. I also saw a new trick on TikTok that I'm gonna try out with you guys and we can see if we like it. Maybe I'll use this side, the little Makeup by Mario other side of the brush, to see if this is a good, oh, that is so bright. I don't know if it looks brighter because of the ring light or because of the color of this foundation, but that looks really bright. I don't know about that. All right, we're just gonna keep on blending and hope for the best. We may have to warm it up, but let's just kind of play around with what we got here. So yeah, guys, I'm actually so surprised that I made it another year on Instagram, on YouTube. I really didn't think that that was going to be a thing, but like I said, I'm really going to try not to completely disappear on you guys if I can help it. Like, I really want to try to make YouTube work. It's just really hard to stay relevant with like everything that's going on. Like, everyone and their mama, you know, has a YouTube now, and I feel like, I don't know, Instagram and TikTok have taken over and they bring their audience to YouTube, and it's like, where do I fit in as an old school millennial who started off on YouTube being like a beauty guru type person, and now I'm just like your average Joe, you know? I'm just trying to, I don't know, I'm just happy to be here. Now I want to do, so I'm gonna do a little mix here. I'm gonna take my She Glam contour stick in Golden Sun, which I don't even know how this could be called Golden Sun because it does not look golden. It looks very like contoury and rather than like bronzery, but we're just gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm not going to put it on my nose, which I normally do, and then we're gonna kind of warm it up. I have this Milk Baked Matte Bronzer, which looks like this, and we're just gonna kind of mix it in, and we're trying to stay, oh my god, this is so hard, above the cheekbone, because that's, I don't know, I just listen to TikTok because I'm not hip and all with the sheets, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just take, I feel like my blender is still wet from being washed, but we're just gonna put some all-nighter in there and just get her nice and wet, and we're going to blend upward with our contour slash bronzer colors. Okay, so this is hard when you don't have a mirror. So let me just get this here. Yeah, we're gonna try to warm up some of that concealer that we put in so that we're not looking super bright down there. So I'm just, you know, back to what I was saying, I'm just like so surprised that I'm making it into the new year with YouTube, because I just feel like, you know, it's been a little bit hard for me to try to stay relevant just with everything that there is out there now. But, you know, I'm always glad, and I will always be thankful, and I will always tell you guys this, that those of you that have stuck with me for so long, like, I am so beyond grateful for you guys, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for you guys. And one of those things that I will always be grateful for is the following that I have, because had I not made such a big following for myself back in the day and been able to keep a lot of you guys, there wouldn't be as many women, and I know that I got my men followers and I love y'all too, but there wouldn't be as many women coming to my channel or coming to my Instagram and telling me like, hey Heather, like, I think I have PCOS, you know, I saw your video talking about it, or I saw you talking about it on Instagram, like, I went to go get, you know, all of my tests done, my blood work, because of you. And I just think that to me is just like I always told myself, if I could at least help one person in this world, and I may have already said this, but if I could at least help one person in this world, then I know I'm doing something good. And the fact that I can help so many of you with PCOS is just like, that's something that I can be truly grateful for. And I'll say that, I'm gonna say that that's what I'm thankful for this 2022, is just building a community of you guys who feel comfortable enough to talk to me about your guys's, you know, stuff that you got going on with your PCOS, and just, you know, really just figuring out more about ourselves and everything that we have just happening to us and our bodies. Because you know what, they don't ever teach us enough about women's health. And I think, like, had I not been diagnosed with PCOS, like, I would have no idea that it even existed or was a thing. So thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you for trusting me to be that voice for you, to kind of at least put the idea in the back of your head so that you can go get, you know, your blood work done or go get checked out. Because I just think that it's really good that I at least have a platform where I can help people and help people feel better about themselves or motivate you guys, because I do get a lot of you that are also telling me that, you know, I motivate you to do a lot of things in life. I mean, I've had people tell me that I motivated them to go back to school, that I motivated them to go get, you know, their blood work done, and they found out they had PCOS. I've had people tell me stories about how they got blood work done and finally found out that they had PCOS and didn't know it and had gone through, like, you know, several miscarriages or whatever. And I just think that had they not heard it from somebody, like, would they have ever known? I don't know. So I'm really thankful for that. Very, very thankful. But okay, so one of the things that I did want to show you guys is that the trick that I saw on TikTok from this guy was that he put whatever contour bronzer was left on the sponge onto his nose so that it looks like this, nice and brown, and then he just threw a little concealer right down the center. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me get, here we go, the Kosas concealer, because this is my baby. So we're just gonna go, hopefully that's nice and brown enough. We're just gonna go right down the center, and then he said don't touch it. So we're just gonna leave it there, and we're going to work on the inner corner situation here, because he also put a little bit of concealer here because he ended up blending it into his nose. And I think that this is gonna save us because the other one was just a little bit too light right now. We're just gonna blend this, and you want to blend it down the side of your nose. But yeah, I'm really excited for the new year. I think that it's not a matter of me having like New Year's resolutions. I just really want to change up how I do things in life and start setting small goals for myself, small attainable goals that aren't going to be like something that I'm like stressing over or overthinking, or just, you know, sometimes we make like New Year's resolutions, for instance. Sometimes we make these New Year's resolutions and we make these crazy goals for ourselves, and then we get overwhelmed with life or whatever, and we don't end up sticking to them. So I want to do something more where I'm kind of teaching myself how to stick to my goals within like a 3 to 6 month span. Probably more like 3 months, because I want them to be like smaller goals that I make for myself and I'm able to hit. And then you just feel good because then you accomplish something and you got one of your main goals out of the way. I'm also thinking about doing like a little vision board party, like a little video. Ooh, maybe we could do like a live on YouTube and do a little vision board party together. I don't know, that's like a thought. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know, because I've never actually done like a YouTube live. I mean, I have, but I don't know, it's been so long. So okay, we're gonna move on to, I think maybe I really want to set my base, so I think I'm gonna move on to my blush, and then we will probably film the rest of my TikTok, or maybe I'll just do my whole makeup and then film the rest of my TikTok. I don't know. Let's do pink, just because like that's a little bit more safe. So I have the She Glam. I'm really into these right now. If you guys haven't checked out Shein's makeup line, these are really good. So this one is Rose Ritual. So this is like a little pinky one, but what is on my lip? But I really like it. So we're just gonna go above where we put the contour, and I'm not gonna put any on my nose, even though I'm used to doing that, because I want to see how this just kind of does what it needs to do on its own. And then I just take my beauty blender and I just really kind of blend this out, or in rather, by just kind of bouncing it, not so much like smearing it or anything like that, just bouncing it. And I've also been really liking the tip where people are dragging like the blush into their eye. I think it just looks really nice and cohesive, so I'm gonna do that as well. So again, just really bounce this into our skin, because I'm really trying to have like a nice blush, but nothing like crazy. But I like to do a little bit of cream, and then I'll go and throw like a powder blush on top. And I actually just found this one that I had. It's from Ulta. It's Pink Smoke. Wait, can you guys see that? So I might actually use this one as the actual blush color, so I don't mind if it's like too light, because then I can just go in and kind of darken it up. But I am gonna do like maybe just a little tiny bit more. I really want to figure out how people do their blush so that it doesn't look muddy. I feel like sometimes mine can look a little bit muddy, and I did see a trick which we're gonna try. This could be like a get ready with me, but also trying like little TikTok tricks. I did see one where, oh, you know what I just realized? I'm gonna have to put a lot of powder under here before I do my eyes, because it's gonna be a lot, because I'm gonna try to do a black look, which is gonna be really bad if I mess up, because I won't have a way to fix it. It's fine. Then I've been really loving this butter bronzer. No, oh yeah, it is the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is the matte bronzer. I don't know, it's this little mini that I got from Target, and I actually am really liking it. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this up here and down here. I am going to drag like a little bit of contour down here. I might have to use the cream one too, because your girl got a little bit of a double chin, and I ain't trying to have that because I don't like how it looks. It makes me sad. But let's just do that really quick with you guys. I almost feel like this is like rushed, even though I'm not necessarily like rushing or anything. I just feel like it is. But okay, so that's what we did. We just drew some lines under the chin and then drew a line going downward, and then we'll just take this guy and blend it out like so. So let's try this blush. It's like a little bit more matte, and I was kind of hoping for something with like a little more shimmer, but I might end up just kind of mixing another blush on top. Oh, I forgot to do the little thing I saw. Okay, so one of the things that I saw, where is it? Is mixing blush with translucent powders. So you will basically put your brush in the blush and then put your brush in the translucent powder. Oh god, that's too much. Okay, all right, let's try this. And this is supposed to help it not look so muddy and more like a nice flawless coverage, which here's the one I forgot to do it with, and here's the one I just did it with, which I guess I can kind of see that. Oh yeah, no, it actually looks so good. It looks so smooth. I need to do that on this side. Okay, hold on. It's gonna get some of this, see, powder, a little bit of blush, and let's just kind of diffuse this. It's gonna be a little bit blushy, but I really want it to look super smooth. Oh, this is such a good hack. I never thought to do that. Like, look at how freaking smooth that looks. It looks so good. Oh yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so I feel like you could probably even do that with the contour. Should I try it? We're gonna try it, because why not? So I'm in the powder, a little bit of contour. Let's take this under the jaw. Are we eliminating the double chin yet? I truly hope so. Perfect. And then I also saw another little TikTok trick is taking a pressed powder, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible. I just bought this one because I was like, I don't really have pressed powder anymore. And I kind of guessed. I got 120 vanilla, which hopefully that's right, but it's kind of bright. I don't know, we'll see. But basically you just take your little powder puff and you take a set powder, or like a not a loose powder, but like a set powder, and you just go right under where the concealer is. And then you'll eventually go in, oh yeah, you'll go in, and I feel like I should pat it first. Go over it again with loose setting powder. I can't even, I'm really bad at doing this now, guys, like being able to speak and do this. Well, so okay, let's take a look at this. So this is looking really good, but I feel like it's still a little bit light, but look at how smooth. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, we're gonna take this and just kind of do the cutout here. I never do this, but we're gonna try to be a little bit fancy for New Year's. This is actually just a loose powder that I'm doing this with, because we do want to make sure that it's all set for the night. I'm setting where it usually creases, and then I'll probably have to set a little bit up here. Now we're going to blend out the little concealer line that we made here on the nose. So we're just gonna take, I'm just gonna take like the tip of my blending brush or blender and just kind of go down like so. And this is supposed to be a better way for you to contour the nose. I don't necessarily know if I like it as much, but we are looking kind of ghostly. This is kind of scary. Okay. I don't want to look like a ghost, you know? Okay. Now we need to get into the eyes, but I'm just going to leave it like that for right now because I think this will be good for us to be able to do the eyes, and if we have any fallout, it'll be all good. And then I'll fix whatever craziness we have going on here. So, first things first is let's actually set our eyes. Put any more powder, I just basically took whatever was on this and set the eyes.
Hello, my beautiful babies. So I was editing this and then I totally realized that I never finished recording because I changed my whole makeup. So I have a video where I was just kind of showing you guys the wear of the Makeup by Mario foundation. I'm just going to add it in here just so you guys can see the full makeup look and what it looks like as I was kind of like running around and sweating and stuff, trying to like pack up the car to head out to LA. But yeah, I was actually really sad that I didn't film like a finished look, but hopefully this was enjoyable for you guys, and thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm sorry that I'm bringing you guys like a half-done video. I completely spaced it. I was like running late to head out to LA. Like we had to drive in the rain, so I was, you know, my mind was elsewhere. But yeah, excuse me. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Here are the clips.
Okay, I've been running around sweating my booty off, and the foundation still looks pretty good, glossy fab. I also have a lot of highlight on, but not too shabby. I mean, you can definitely see where I've been like sweating, but we can always just throw a little powder on that. But so far so good with the Mario foundation.